What's going on, everyone? And
Hello,
Nihon.
Nihon.
This is the podcast where I, myself, Christian,
And Ehab.
And Clayton.
talk about Japan. All right, everyone. This is part 2 of 3 of the summer vacation series, where in part 1 we had Clayton talk about his trip to Okinawa. It was super hot and humid. He was on the opposite side of the country because he's from the snow in Hokkaido, and it was humid, and he had a lot of ice cream and expensive fruits. And now we're on to part 2, and that is me. Just to start things off, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great.
Pretty good. I just got back home from the nursery school.
Oh no, was that your first day back after summer vacation?
It was. It was great. I was super happy to see them.
Yeah, were they climbing all on you?
They were. I opened the door and then they run to me on their little legs. It's adorable. It's adorable.
How many climb you usually?
Two. Two are very attached.
Do they climb like all the way to the top of your head, or how far do they climb?
They'll grab on my leg and then they'll say like, Dakishite, carry me. And then I'll carry them.
That's awesome. Some of them are attached. Are there any that are scared of you?
We had a new girl today and she didn't know who I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's always hard because I look so different than everyone else. So it's like, not only is it a new person, it's a new scary looking person.
Right. I can only imagine. You're probably the first foreigner she's ever seen.
Oh, probably. I mean, she's 2 years old, I would assume.
Wow. Okay. So that means that you already started school, right?
I started school last week, yeah.
Okay. Ehab, how about you?
No, we haven't started in anime yet. We start in 2 weeks from now, or almost a week and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's about the same with Tokyo. We haven't started either. I'm still on my summer vacation too.
How nice for you guys.
Yeah, it's the temperature's been really weird. It's like a mixture of hot, humid, and rainy, but then like there's no clouds in the sky, but it's still raining. I don't get it at all. Welcome to Japan.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been like that ever since I got back from my American trip about a week ago.
Oh, yeah, when you went to USA.
Yes, I went to, let me try to read it, North America. North America, yes.
It's
That's
close,
right.
it's close.
Close enough. Yeah, I went to see my family for about 10 days in the States. It was awesome. Got to catch up with some old people and eat all the food that I've been missing for the last 3 years, because, yeah, there's a lot of food that Japan doesn't have that they really should get.
So I'm going to ask, what were the foods that you missed the most and had to have as soon as you got home?
When I got back, the first thing I did was go to Chick-fil-A, and then I saw my family.
No. So the most important thing first.
It was the chicken sandwich that I've been missing.
How did it taste?
I'm glad you asked. It wasn't as good as I remembered it being.
Oh no.
Maybe it's just because, like, I don't know, in Japan, I feel like there's always, like, so many side dishes, and there's always, like, a lot of, like, variety with the food that you eat. And I went to Chick-fil-A and got just the most basic chicken sandwich. And it was literally buns, chicken, and pickles. And it just felt really plain to me. The chicken itself wasn't bad. I just think that it was kind of lacking some extra, I don't know, like lettuce or some kind of texture or condiments or something like that, you know?
I've only had Chick-fil-A once, and I found it underwhelming.
Yeah.
Not saying it's bad. I just think there's better.
I've had it only once as well. I think that we were together when we had
I
it.
think we were together,
Yeah,
weren't we?
were,
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is food.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good
Typical
chicken
fast
sandwich,
food.
but I
Yeah.
don't see the hype.
Did you get In-N-Out when you came back?
Oh, yes. I had to get it. Yeah, of course.
Now, did that live up to your memory?
That really did. Yeah.
See,
That
In-N-Out
was
is-
that was just a solid hamburger.
It's always good.
And see, I know the fries, it's either hit or miss with you. I personally like them. I think they just taste really fresh, and I don't know, they're not like overly seasoned either, which makes them so good to me.
Right. I mean, fries are fine, but I'd rather just get another burger.
Oh, there you go.
But
Yeah.
you,
Almost
I've
the
actually
same
never
price.
thought of that.
you should get the animal style fries.
Oh, yeah.
I've never had them. Are they good?
Yeah. They, like, grind up the animals they have in the back.
You can hear the cow in the back. Mm.
That's
That-
awesome.
It's like a mix of I think mayonnaise and ketchup. I could be wrong, but it's like a mix of mayonnaise, ketchup, and like onions, right?
I think that's exactly
Isn't
what
it
it is.
Thousand Island dressing?
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, isn't that what ketchup and mayonnaise is?
that's a Thousand Island?
Wait,
I have no idea.
I didn't know it was a mix of ketchup and mayonnaise.
is it not?
I thought it was a mixture of a Thousand Islands.
It-
Ah, very punny, Ehab. Pretty sure everybody knows, but Japan has been like super closed to the rest of the world. It's been really hard to come in and out of the country. So before I got on the plane to go to America, they made everybody show proof of the vaccine to make sure everyone's vaccinated, of course. And you also had to fill out some forms like talking about why you're going, how long you're going to go, and all that kind of stuff, in case something happens. But I mean, pretty much going to America wasn't that bad. They're kind of just like, all right, next.
nice.
But it's getting back into Japan that was kind of hard.
I feel like it would be.
Yeah. So 3 days before you board your plane to go back to Japan, you have to do a PCR test at like a very specific clinic in the area. Because I think like pharmacies and stuff like that, CVS, you can do the PCR test, but it doesn't count unless you get them to fill out a very specific form.
Oh, wow.
And it's like a Japanese form. So there's like a limited number of places in every city that can do that. But I did that, and you have to just fill out some other forms and stuff like that. And then on the plane to go back to Japan, they announced that like if you cough or sneeze on the airplane or at the airport, they're gonna pull you aside and do a PCR test.
Oh my god.
And if you're negative, you can go home. If you're positive, then you have to quarantine at a hotel right next to the airport for 10 days, and you have to pay for everything.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's cheap to fly back to the States either.
No, I'd say most tickets one way, they average like $600. They're kind of expensive.
Yeah, that's
So,
expensive.
Yeah. But it's like, it's weird. When you get back to Japan, it doesn't feel like you're just going back to the airport. It feels like I don't really know how to describe it, but there's like an aisle that you have to walk through, and there's just like people with like a mask, face shield, like gloves, and like laboratory clothes on, just all over the place, and it really makes you feel like, holy crap, like I'm being quarantined right now, kind of.
Oh.
I was going to say, I mean, it is kind of dangerous in the States, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Most people don't wear masks, it seems like, and surprisingly, I would say 99% of Japanese people, if not more, wear a mask every day.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was quite surprising for me. Yeah, and then I got back to Japan, and I got COVID the day of, and it hit me kind of just like a bad cold. It wasn't like the worst thing ever for me personally, but when you call your healthcare center, because you have to report it to them, they'll send you a box of food.
Really?
That's super cool.
Yeah. Do you know if they do that in America or anything?
I know they definitely don't.
I've never heard of that actually. What was in the box?
It was a lot of like pantry food. So we had some microwavable rice, just a lot of microwavable instant foods and stuff like that, like noodles, drinks, sports drinks, and just like vitamin stuff.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It was free food.
Right.
But, you know, I don't want to go too much on a tangent. But let's go back to the America trip.
So how long was your flight?
The flight to America was 9 hours, and the flight back was 10 hours.
Oh, it's not bad.
That's pretty long though.
It's not, I mean, flying over the ocean, yeah, I don't know. I was pretty bored on the plane. It's kind of hard for me to sleep. Can you guys sleep on planes all right?
I can never fall asleep on a plane.
Yeah, I fall asleep super easy.
Do you?
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. I put my headphones in, and then I just lean against the wall, and then I fall asleep.
Nah, I can't do that.
Ah, see. I'm always
Yeah.
tired.
It's too shaky for me.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
rocking you to sleep. It's lovely, guys. It's like you're a baby again,
I love the different perspectives on that.
right? Especially when the violent turbulence happens.
Yeah.
Ah, sleep.
Jeez, it's like a roller coaster.
Just watch movies.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse on loop.
That's gonna be like 5 loops.
Right. Just start quoting the movie on your 5th go.
Or you could watch a movie that bores you to sleep.
Hey, there you go. I'm sorry, I'm going to steal this for a second.
Yeah.
It was on my way from America to Seoul, South Korea,
Yeah.
on my layover. I watched, I think it's called A Dog's Purpose or A Dog's Journey. It's where this dog keeps reincarnating as another dog to help this little girl. It was super, super lame, but it made me cry for some reason. And it's not like it was even good, but I loved it.
And it made you fall asleep?
Oh, no. I was glued to my screen. I highly recommend it. Oh, you know what? When we get together next time, we'll watch it. It's bad, but in a good way.
Alright.
So the airplane you were on, it had like a screen where you could watch movies?
Yeah, A&A was the flight.
Oh, see, you're lucky.
I was lucky, yeah.
I did a budget airline, and they're like, yeah, it's really cheap to fly this plane. And then you get on there and you realize there's no meals, there's no screen, and it's like everything's $50 extra.
I can see why this was cheap.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that like certain airlines they'll have good stuff. Some of them don't even have like stuff to keep you occupied.
But
Bring
you
your
could,
smartphone, I guess.
right? But you could bring like your Switch or something, couldn't you?
That's true.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Meh, that's fine. So what happened when you landed? How'd you get around?
In the States?
Yeah. Uber?
So I stayed with my family, and my mom let me borrow her car because she had an extra one.
Nice.
So, I mean, honestly, it's so hard. I don't know if I'd be able to enjoy America if I didn't have a car.
I don't think anyone can.
It would definitely make it super hard.
Yeah, you'd have to Uber everywhere. and
Right.
that is expensive. No, yeah. So it's weird because it felt like I was on vacation traveling to a foreign country, but in reality, I was just going home after being in Japan for 3 years. So it's like I had all the perks of traveling, like being back in my hometown for the first time in so long. It was fun to do all the super touristy stuff, like going to like San Francisco and like the beach and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, the things that I never really enjoyed doing just because I always saw them when I lived there. I don't know, it's just fun to do for the first time in so long.
So how was the beach?
It was beautiful. It was, oh yeah, I remember you were talking about the baby beaches in Okinawa.
Yeah.
If you, the listener, don't know what we're talking about right now, I recommend you watch part 1 and then continue this one. But yeah, so the beaches in California, they're so much better than, I guess, what it seems like they are in Okinawa.
Yeah.
So I went to Santa Monica Pier. That's one of the beaches I went to.
Ooh.
There's a lot of people, but like, I don't know, it's just so beautiful with like all the palm trees and the sand, and like they're selling the stuff on the sand too, the little carts with the fruit.
Oh, nice.
And,
Oh my gosh, was it like $30?
I think they were reasonably priced.
So how much fruit did you have back in America coming from Japan where everything is overpriced?
I had a disgusting amount of fruit. It was so awesome.
Jealous.
What did you eat the most?
So I would say melon,
Ah, melon.
Oh, okay.
and that's like melon and watermelon.
Ooh.
Because in Japan, a watermelon or a single melon, they can go anywhere from like $20, $30, $40. But in America, you could buy them for pretty much like $3 or $4.
Yeah.
So it really felt like I was in a palace and I was, I don't know, a king or whatever, just eating a ton of fruit. It was really awesome.
$20 and $30 is the minimum. $20
Yeah.
to $30 is the cheapest you'll find.
Definitely. I know like when people are sick or whatever, sometimes they'll receive like a melon that's like $100. So it just depends on, I guess, where they're, what's the word? Farmed? Harvest? What's the
Yeah,
word?
grown.
Harvested.
Grown. It depends on the place that they're done grounded.
Yeah. Where them plants growed up. I want to hear more about the food.
The food?
I definitely want to hear more about the food.
Yeah.
So did you cook at home, or did you just like eat out as much as you can? Because food in America is, I think, cheaper than in Japan.
You think so? I think eating at restaurants is a lot more expensive, but like if you're going the supermarket route, I definitely think it is a lot cheaper. in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or were things like more expensive because of the inflation?
I definitely think the prices are a lot more expensive than they were when we lived there. Because
Okay.
I feel like you can't find a decent meal for under $15 in America anymore, or at least in California. And I feel like it's easy to find somewhere that's like $5 here in Japan. You have places like Sukiya, Matsuya, and all those,
Yes.
bento
There
kind
are
of
in
places.
America. You ever heard of this place called McDonald's?
The prices, I swear, man, they've like doubled since we last been there.
How much,
Really?
how much is like a double cheeseburger?
I don't know.
Did you go
I
to
think,
Taco
like,
Bell?
I didn't, but I'm gonna Google.
Why are we even talking,
Before-
Christian? I need to know how Taco Bell is. I miss
I mean,
it.
you
Hold
can you
on.
can go to Osaka. They have it there, or Tokyo.
Yeah, I remember. You and your buddy got it, and I was like, should I get it? And then Preston's like, no.
Do you regret it?
No, I don't. It would have been what, a taco?
When you come to Tokyo, I'll take you to the Taco Bell, and then we'll come to my place.
Oh, there you go. Oh, man. I can't wait to be disappointed. Is it bad?
It's
It's Taco Bell. what do you
taco.
say?
It's
That's
Taco.
just-
Hey, but they do have some good stuff.
It's Taco Bell. It's never going to be good.
The cheese bean rice burrito's good.
Oh,
They are pretty good.
I'm hungry. I'm ready. I'm going to make tacos today. Why not?
But when I say good, also remember that I have really low standards when it comes to food.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. So the food. I had more pizza, more hamburgers, and more fruit than I probably should have. But with that being said, I also did cook a lot. Back to the question that you asked like 5 minutes ago.
What question?
He's like, something about food.
Just talk about food.
Since I had a car, like I would drive to the store and I would just buy like a lot of stuff because my family was letting me stay with them. So I would just cook for everybody.
Nice.
It's what I do. I am a food creator. So
You're a chef now.
I thought, why not just cook for my family?
So way to show you care.
Yeah. But it was also cool too using an oven. That was like super big for me because we don't really have ovens in Japan. So I baked a lot of cookies, brownies. I kid you not, I even cooked a whole turkey.
Oh wow.
Oh, dang.
Because
okay.
why not? Yeah.
We're going to have Thanksgiving and Christmas today.
Yeah.
I kid you not, that's what I did.
You experienced
yeah.
all the holidays in one day or 1 week.
I mean, I missed them for so long. I had to get them all in there that 1 week I was there.
Yeah.
So when I was in Okinawa, I had American brownies. How were the brownies that you made? Were they like in the package or scratch?
I usually use the packaged stuff.
Was it super sweet to you?
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. But I
I
feel
couldn't
like
finish it.
most American desserts though, it's basically just like sugar and more sugar.
Yeah. Did your stomach feel upset after eating like such a dramatically different style of food?
Surprisingly, no. But what I have noticed that like in Japan when I eat a lot of junk food, it just completely destroys my stomach. Maybe it's because like I have a smaller stomach than when I lived in America, but like if I eat a lot of I want to say like junk food, it didn't really hurt my stomach as much as it used to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of weird, but I didn't have any stomach issues.
That's great.
So you're talking about like chips or like what kind of junk food?
When I say junk food, I mean like cookies and like brownies and that kind of stuff. Like pizza, hamburgers.
Okay.
But I also feel like I probably ate a lot less than I could have eaten when I was, 5 years younger.
I see. It's all that Chick-fil-A used to eat.
I used to just buy a box of cookies and just pound the whole thing in one sitting. Now I can't do that anymore.
Now you do the pounding.
Exactly. Exactly.
You've been gone from the States for 4 years?
3 years, yeah.
3 years? And in between that 3 years, we went through a crazy pandemic, and I guess a second one's happening in America? Did things seem, like, dramatically different? Or... Because I haven't been back.
Yeah.
Did it
same.
feel weird?
Yeah, so I was only in California, and I would say the biggest differences for me from the last time I went was there's a lot more homeless people. The prices are a lot more expensive, and I don't know, like maybe it's just weird because in Japan everybody wears a mask every day, but seeing so many people just not wear a mask was kind of a surprise for me.
Oh.
Did it take you aback? Were you shocked? Were you scared? Did you wear a mask?
I wore a mask, yeah. I don't know. It didn't really like scare me. It was just more surprising, I guess you could say.
Oh.
I don't really know what else to add on to that though.
Did anyone say anything to you? Because someone said to my mom, someone screamed at my mom for wearing a mask.
Really?
No.
Yeah, and I'm like, you should have shot her. Or at least hit her with the car.
Should've
And this was at a Taco Bell, too.
Oh man.
Oh,
I
see,
know.
there you go.
Crazy people.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like, since I wasn't there at the start of the whole pandemic thing, it kind of seems like American people are mostly just kind of over the whole thing.
They kind of
It's
moved
kind
on.
of what I got from it. Yeah, which is unfortunate because cases are, I mean, they're still going up, so it's not quite over yet. But I can say for certain, 7-Elevens in Japan are way better than in America.
Did you go to one out of curiosity?
Yeah, so I went to get a Slurpee, and I think there was like a man without a shirt who tried to fight the person at the register.
What the heck?
Oh, man. I miss America. This isn't even Florida. This sounds like Florida.
Nope, this was good old Sacktown.
Man.
It's like, dude, I want my Slurpee. Give it to me now. I'll beat you up.
But the last thing that I want to say was living in Japan and always seeing America on the news, like there was this kind of shooting or, you know, this kind of thing happened. It kind of made me a little bit nervous to go to America because I didn't want something like that to happen to me. But just kind of being there and, you know, going about my day traveling and, I don't know, kind of interacting with like a lot of people there, I didn't really feel threatened at all, which was good, I guess. But I don't know. I want to be really careful with what I say right now.
And I can always edit it out.
Yeah.
He can bleep it for
But
you.
I get...
Yeah. And here's what I think. Beep!
But I guess it was good to know that it's not as dangerous as kind of like the media portrays it. I guess
Oh, yeah.
every day on TV. So that was it for me.
Did you make friends with a stranger in line? That's like, I think, the best thing about America.
I didn't make friends with a stranger, but one thing that kind of surprised me is like here in Japan, if you go to like any store, the people who work there are always like, "Hello, sir. How may I help you? Is there anything that I can help with you with?" Oh my gosh! And then they do like a deep bow and they're super like polite. And then in America, like you have people that are like slouched, looking at their phone while they're working, and just like throwing stuff around, saying like, you know, all kinds of like things that are borderline rude. So that was a huge culture shock for me. I was not ready for that.
Oh. Would you,
Yeah.
I have a question. Would you, say, after going back to the States, because you're saying there's a cultural shock when you saw that kind of customer service, were you still in Japanese mode when you went to America? Like, you would try to bow, you accidentally bowed, or you accidentally did a kind gesture that you would do in Japan?
Probably the most embarrassing thing I did in America was when I arrived in LA, I took a bus and I asked the bus driver, like, what stop do I get off to get to this place? And she told me. And when I was getting off, I bowed at the bus driver and I said, thank you. And she looked at me like, huh?
That's funny.
And I'm not talking about like a small little head nod. I'm talking like a full, like 90-degree bow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh well, you'll never see her again.
Yeah.
I will never see her again.
Right. And the last thing you did was respectful, so whatever.
Or she might be there again when he needs a bus when he goes back to LA.
That would be hilarious. I remember you.
And then, I also went to a coffee shop and I tried ordering coffee and I said, like, can I have a cafe latte M size? And then I said, oh, wait, no, medium size. And then the lady asked me, like, oh, where are you from?
What did you say?
I used to be from here.
You should have from
That's what I said. I was like, no, I was like, I'm from here, but I've been abroad for the last 3 years, so my English is not so good anymore.
That's funny.
If you would plan this trip again, would you do anything different?
So I personally felt 10 days was too long for me. I don't get me wrong, I like traveling and I had a lot of fun seeing my family and friends and stuff like that. But I don't know, like I'm the kind of person who after I'm doing something for so many days, I kind of just get bored and want to go back to my normal routine. And so I would say like a week would be perfect for me. But you also have to factor in too that between like flying there and back, that's like an entire day. So
And almost an entire paycheck.
pretty let's not talk about that right now.
No, 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 no.
But yeah, no, I would say about a week is perfect for me. Because the 10 days, by day like 8 and 9, I was pretty much ready to just get back into my bed and eat the food that I used to eat every day in Japan. My normal breakfast routine and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I feel like you and I are similar that way. And next episode, we'll hear how
Yeah.
Ehab does it.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
About the same time frame, actually, as you, so.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Clayton, take us away.
Oh, thank you guys for listening. If you want to, you can follow us on Hello Nihon Pod at all social medias and anywhere you find podcasts. Don't forget to follow. If you think anyone would like this show, please feel free to share it or rate us. 5 stars would be good. 5 stars would be even better. But until next time, bye.
America. Yeah.